Okay, so we've looked at all the episodes individually, so now it's time to look at the season as a whole. What's the deal with Season 1? As always, hi, I'm Torin, and welcome to Torin Loves the Simpsons. Today, we're looking at Season 1 to try to make some sense of things. First, I want to take a look at the episodes, and let's start with the segment I like to call Bring Out Your Duds, where we make fun of the bad episodes of the Season 1 last time before moving on. The biggest dud this season was definitely Homer's Night Out, an episode with no laughs and no redeeming qualities. There's one moment funny enough to get me to kinda crack a grin, and the rest of the episode is just completely dull. We also have There's No Disgrace Like Home, an episode where nothing happens except Homer shitting on his family for 20 minutes. Feel free to see their respective videos for more details on why I hate those particular episodes so much. For the award for funniest Season 1 episode, we have a two-way tie between Bart the General and The Telltale Head. I'm exactly 0% surprised to see one of those as a John Swartzwelder episode, but we'll get to the writing staff in a little bit. Conversely, the award for least funny Season 1 episode quite clearly goes to Homer's Night Out. I'm also a total math nerd, and I mathematically averaged out the humor ratings to determine that the season overall average is a B- for humor, and that sounds about right. I'm treating the NA on Homer's Night Out as an F for averaging purposes, with the F obviously standing for F this extremely boring episode. This season is generally slow and stylistically quite disparate from the rest of the show. It's clear the show is still finding its footing and figuring out its comedic style. Very often when the show goes for jokes, they're pretty good. But how many times throughout the season did I say the humor in this episode is sparse? And I think that's probably the main reason why this season is not particularly popular. There are too many times where the funny box just isn't checked. But time for plot awards. The award for Best Season 1 Storytelling is a whopping 4-way tie between Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire, Bart the General, Life on the Fast Lane, and Krusty Gets Busted, while the worst Season 1 storytelling is a 2-way tie between There's No Disgrace Like Home and Homer's Night Out. The average plot rating this season is a B+. The plot writing is a little more consistent in quality than the humor writing, though there are certainly some weak episodes, and we're a little all over the map here too. The plots hit higher highs than the humors this season, and there are only 2 episodes that have higher humor ratings than plot, namely Homer's Odyssey and There's No Disgrace Like Home, while 9 episodes have plot-topping humor. This all makes sense, as the original showrunning team of Matt Groening, Sam Simon, and James L. Brooks quite notably wanted to break the mold of cartoons being strictly comedies, so they were clearly focused on the storytelling side of things. And when the storytelling is great, it's really great. But like I said before, we're kinda all over the map here, as the show is still getting things figured out and mustering through the growing pains. And now for the final rating awards. The award for Best Season 1 Episode goes to Bart the General, while the worst Season 1 episode, in case I've not yet made myself adequately clear, is very much Homer's Night Out, an episode which should not exist, and an episode that I may or may not be done ragging on. Our average final rating this season is a B. And yeah, that B makes sense. I'd say we had a good season, not great. I think this first season probably did less for overall show development than a lot of other shows' first seasons. In comparison, Futurama's first season hit its comedic stride much more quickly, and also introduced important characters and story elements such as Zap Brannigan, Mom, Nibbler, the Robot Devil, Slurm, Omicron Percy I-8, and plenty more. But as for the first season of The Simpsons, while it's good, it overall really doesn't gel too well comedically with the rest of the series, and doesn't do a whole lot to develop the show or introduce that many plot threads that will be picked back up later. It got things started and gave the writing staff a chance to start getting the main characters figured out, but still largely just a start on that end. But next, I want to look at the writing and directing staff, and for this, we're keeping each person's individual episodes separate from their collaborations. So, for example, John Swartzwelder wrote 3 episodes on his own, and also collaborated with others on The Grapes of Wrath. When I talk about John Swartzwelder's episodes, I'm only talking about the episodes he wrote on his own, and The Grapes of Wrath will not be included and will have no impact on how his solo episodes are rated. And the team who wrote The Grapes of Wrath will be considered a separate entry on the list of writers. This is because it's generally impossible to tell who contributed what to an episode, and since it may have been the other writers that made the Crepes of Wrath suck, I don't want that to impact Schwartzwelder's ratings. Got it? Cool. So the award for Best Season 1 Humor Writer goes to the team of Al Jean, Mike Reese, Sam Simon, and Matt Groening for their collaboration on The Telltale Head. And the worst Season 1 Humor Writer is a tie between John Vitti on his own and the team of George Meyer, Sam Simon, John Schwartzwelder, and John Vitti for their collaboration on The Crepes of Wrath. I'm really surprised to be listing John Schwartzwelder's name as part of the worst list and not on the best or even second place for best. He is third place, though he'd be tied with Mimi Pond for second if not for The Call of the Simpsons. I also hate to rag so hard on John Vitti here because he did go on to write some really amazing episodes in later seasons. And in this season he wrote Bart the Genius, which has some good laughs, but the rest of his contributions to this season's humor are lackluster, to put it lightly. I mean, he wrote Homer's Night Out, for fuck's sake. I also think it's interesting that the team of Al Jean and Mike Reese and the team of Matt Groening and Sam Simon put out some unremarkable episodes, but when all four of them teamed up, they topped the humor list and put out one of the strongest episodes of the season in The Telltale Head. This observation is also in reference to Plot and Final, but the difference is most stark in humor since they topped this list. And now for the plot writing awards. Best Season 1 Plot Writer goes to Mimi Pond for coming in absolutely clutch with Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire, her one and only contribution to the show ever. Also, her hair in this photo is super cool. Worst Season 1 Plot Writer is a three-way tie between John Vitti solo, the duo of Al Jean and Mike Reese, and the team of George Meyer, Sam Simon, John Schwartzwelder, and John Vitti. Again, I hate to rag on John Vitti, and I want to reemphasize that he'd go on to write some great episodes for later seasons. It's just that Bart the Genius was a super early episode in production order, and Homer's Night Out and The Crepes of Wrath just kinda suck, and he didn't have any other opportunities to prove himself yet. It's also very interesting to see Jean and Reese on the worst list, but There's No Disgrace Like Home, again, just kinda sucks, and that hit them hard. When it comes to overall writing, Best Season 1 Writer goes to Mimi Pond, and worst goes to, just like humor, a two-way tie between John Vitti solo and the team of George Meyer, Sam Simon, John Schwartzwelder, and John Vitti. I once again want to emphasize that John Vitti did amazing work later on, and this season really doesn't properly reflect his contributions to the show. And now it's time to look at directors. Best Season 1 Humor Director goes to David Silverman, and Worst Season 1 Humor Director goes to the team of Wesley Archer and Milton Gray. Best Season 1 Plot Director goes to Brad Bird, and Worst Season 1 Plot Director goes to the team of Greg Vanzo and Kent Butterworth. Best Season 1 Director overall is a two-way tie between David Silverman and Brad Bird, while Worst goes to the team of Greg Vanzo and Kent Butterworth. It's unclear what exactly it means when more than one director is listed for an episode, but from the DVD commentary of Some Enchanted Evening, on that episode at least, it sounds like Kent Butterworth directed the original cut that got scrapped, and then David Silverman took over. It seems like Butterworth just wasn't a good fit for the show. Just looking at his IMDb page, he's done some great work elsewhere, but his contributions to The Simpsons just weren't very good. But major props to David Silverman, who was involved in directing more episodes than anyone else this season, and whose episodes were consistently great. By far his weakest solo episode was Bart the Genius, with B+s all around. I think that about does it for Season 1, and I am really excited to start digging into Season 2. On that note, I am adjusting my upload schedule from the once a week I've been doing. From now on, new videos will be coming on the 1st, 11th, and 21st day of each month. So coming up next is Bart Gets an F on May 1st, so I will see you in that video.